Hey everyone, how's it going? And welcome back to another episode of Saturday Night Horror. This week we're going to be watching a movie I've never seen before. I'm really looking forward to it. After reading the plot and what it's going to be about, it's definitely something I'm interested in. This week I'll be watching Death Ship. Now Death Ship, from what I was reading, it's about an abandoned ship, no crew, nothing. Abandoned ship is operating on its own. This abandoned ship rams into a cruise ship. Now the survivors of that crash climb on board this abandoned ship thinking they're going to be rescued by the crew on board, only to find out that the ship is empty. There is no crew. They find out the ship is operating on its own, and all these weird things start to happen. It sounds really cool, something I'd definitely be interested in. It sounds almost like it would be Ghost Ship, but I mean, we'll see. Any horror movies in space or on the deep seas I'm interested in. So this one's no different. This one sounds like it's going to be awesome. It came out in 1980. It's a British horror film. Made almost $2 million in the theaters. I don't know about the distribution, if it was worldwide or if it's just in Britain. I'm not sure. Or England, excuse me, whatever. I'm not sure, but I mean, like I said, after reading what it's about, I'm definitely looking forward to watching it. Now in the kitchen tonight, for the last time, I promise, I'm going to make General Chang's chicken. I've got one bag of it left, so I'm going to go ahead and finish it off, and we'll be done with General Chang's chicken. So that's the plan. General Chang's chicken, Death Ship. It should be a fun night. Like I said, I've never seen it before. Definitely looking forward to watching it. So without further ado, let's head in the kitchen, and let's get to cooking, guys. Alright, once again, and for the final time, we're going to have General Chang's chicken. Now, this is the last bag I have of it, so I promise you will not see it again next week. And like I said before, the last 2 weeks, it's already frozen, so just have to put it in the pan and cook it. Well, this is some good stuff, though. This really is. Get focus here. There we go. It's really good stuff. It's going to be a good meal for what I think is going to be an awesome movie. And I've got the pan heating up already. Alright, the pan's been heating up, and we're just going to dump this in. Alright, there we go. See a little bit of steam coming off. Alright, I'm just going to let this cook for a while. It usually takes about 20 minutes. I probably cook it longer than it should, just to make sure that chicken's all the way done. See that chili sauce cubes are starting to cook and dissolve, so everything's still kind of frozen. Like I said, it'll take about 20 minutes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these, once this chicken gets thawed out enough, I'm going to just chop them up into smaller pieces. I don't like big chunks of chicken like that, so we're definitely going to make them smaller. And like I said, it'll take a while, but it'll definitely be worth it in the end. It's going to be an awesome meal. Alright, so it's been cooking for a while now. Chicken has got to the point where I can just start chopping it up into smaller pieces. And we'll let it cook for a little while longer. But yeah, like I said before, man, this is a good meal. It's not as bad for you as a pizza. And as you can see at the beginning of the video, I'm definitely fat. I'm working on it, though. Slowly but surely. Alright, so it's almost done. So let it cook for a little bit longer. I'm going to cut that chicken down to even smaller pieces. And we'll be good to go. It should be done in a few more minutes. Alright, there's the finished product. That smells good, looks good, it's going to taste good. Yes, sir. General Chang's chicken. Perfect meal for, hope it's a good movie. So we got our meal, we got our food. Now we just need something to drink. And it's actually out in the garage here. Yeah, wrong light. There we go. And the garage is kind of a mess, so just ignore it. So let's make it down the steps without busting my butt here. Alright. So I got an elliptical for Christmas to get my fat ass in shape. And just never mind the couch, it needs to be thrown out. So yeah, my own personal fridge. And we've got 2 Diet Dr. Peppers left, so that's gonna be it.
I'm a pepper, he's a pepper, she's a pepper, we're a pepper, wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? I'm a pepper, he's a pepper, she's a pepper, if you drink Dr. Pepper, you're a pepper too. Be a pepper, drink Dr. Pepper.
Alright, let's get back in the house here. Yeah, the garage is kind of a mess, so we'll get it cleaned up. Alright, so we've got our food, got ice cold Diet Dr. Pepper. All we need is the movie and we're good to go. So, looking forward to a fun night. Let's get out in the living room and watch this movie. Alright, so here we go. Death Ship. Never seen it before. Can't wait to watch it. Got all the lights in the house are off, even the Christmas tree. And we're good to go, guys. So I'm going to eat this meal, drink this drink, watch a movie. And I'll be back to tell you what I thought. Alright everyone, so I watched Death Ship and ooh boy. I was very disappointed, to say the least. It was it just wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. I mean, it was, in a way, it was kind of like Ghost Ship, because you have this ship that, while weird things happen on it, there's no crew. But of course there was no ghost or anything. It was just so boring. I mean, that's the best way I can put it. The movie was boring, and I kept finding myself looking at the clock thinking, okay, 30 minutes left, 20 minutes left, hang on, there's only 10 minutes left and it's over. It felt like a chore to watch this movie, and I hate to say it, but it was. It's kind of like it kept leading up and building up to something happening, and then nothing would. It was like the biggest case of blue balls a horror movie could give you. That's exactly what it was. Like, horror movie blue balls is the best way I can put it. I mean, they kept building it up, making you think something was going to happen, and then nothing. Nothing at all. The action was, well, I mean, there wasn't any action until about the last 10 minutes. The pace of the movie was extremely slow. It was just, I mean, I can understand if you're taking your time to build up to something awesome, but this is just taking their time to build up to nothing. It was just so incredibly boring, and I was regretting watching it. I almost just took it out of the Blu-ray player and started watching something else, but no, I've committed to watching it. Never seen it. I'm going to see it all the way through, and now that I have, I can honestly say I will not be watching Death Ship again, ever. It was just so boring to me. The acting was decent. The acting wasn't bad. The special effects weren't bad at all. It was just slow and boring, and it was disappointing. It led up to absolutely nothing. The only action in the movie was the last 10 minutes, and it was pretty boring too. Pretty much the survivors, they get aboard the abandoned ship. They find out there's no crew, and the ship is messing with them. It's locking doors on them. It's getting the equipment, throwing the people overboard. They get in another weird sequence. They get in a film room. There's a projection screen playing. It's playing a movie, and then this woman has her face just starts not even melting. It just turns black, and then the captain of the cruise ship survived, and he ends up getting possessed by this abandoned ship, and he thinks he's the captain of the abandoned ship. So he's trying to keep everyone on board, saying no one leaves his ship. And, you know, it's just basically near the end of the movie, they're trying to get off the ship and away from this crazy captain, but it's just so boring. You don't feel anything for these characters. I'm watching it and I'm going, I don't care if they get off or not. The hell with it. As long as the movie ends, I'm good. Like I said, the special effects were great. There wasn't a whole lot of CGI. I don't think there was any CGI, honestly. I have no problem with CGI, But I just think that the old school makeup effects, special effects, the animatronics, I think those just come out better. And this movie had just practical effects. And then at the end, once you find out why the ship is by itself, it's kind of like, it's been done so many times before. You find out that the ship was used by Nazis doing experiments and things like that. And I guess the evil of the Nazis is still on the ship, and all the spirits and ghosts of their victims on the ship are still there, fueling the ship. It's just, I don't know. It was I went in with excitement and I left with just utter disappointment. Like I said, as far as horror movies go, this will be the biggest case of blue balls I've watched so far. I don't recommend it. I don't. But if you like incredibly slow-paced horror movies that build up to absolutely nothing, then hey, this is for you. Like I said, there's gonna be some movies I do up here that I don't like. Unfortunately, this is one of them. But you live and you learn. I've seen it. Now I can say I've seen it. I won't watch it again. It just wasn't for me after all. So, kind of disappointed with it. So that's it, guys. That's gonna be this episode. This is a very short episode. We're gonna end this like we always do. I managed to scrounge up some pictures from the movie. The pictures from this movie were hard to come by. It's mostly just of the ship. So, not a long slideshow at the end this week. But we're still going to do it anyway, how we always end it. And next week, we're going to redeem ourselves. I'm going to be watching one of my favorite movies ever. Not really horror, kind of sci-fi, but I love it nonetheless. Next week, I'll be watching Stephen King's Maximum Overdrive. Yes, Maximum Overdrive with the Green Goblin semi-truck that comes to life. You gotta love it. Alright, everyone. So that's it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I can't say I did. Next week will be better. We got a bunch of new subscribers. Thank you all for subscribing to the channel. Hope you're enjoying your stay. I truly appreciate the support. As I said before, out of hundreds of thousands of channels on YouTube, I always think it's cool when people take the time to subscribe to mine, or even take the time just to watch my videos. I think that's awesome. I appreciate it. And I'll see you next week, guys. Maximum Overdrive. As far as cooking goes, I may cook, I may not. Who knows? But it's definitely going to be a better week next week. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. Have a good week.